Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
This is my first time making a video like this, so no, that'd be a fail and will end horribly. But essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the entire Royal Navy apart from HMS Hood and then rebuild it and dominate the seas from there. It'll probably go horribly wrong, but let's see how it goes. Right, so to start off with, what I've done is I've deleted everything that was in the queue. We'll be building from scratch. Just going to start the convoy for now and then group the Royal Navy together. Once they're all grouped together, I'll split off the Hood and delete everything else. In terms of my focuses, I'm starting limited rearmament and the research kind of generic. I won't show you all my focuses, I won't bore you all that, and I'll kind of just jump back as and when there's some developments. Alright, so as you can see, that's the Navy group together. What I'm going to do is split off the Hood. Move the Hood over to here. And then in terms of everything else, that's all of them deleted. And now this is where the challenge begins, and we'll start from scratch. I've sent Hood out to exercise. I mean, it's not going to get you much XP, but we'll see how it goes. Then we can look to make some changes to some of our starting templates. With limited rearmament done, I'm going to reinforce the Empire. What we're going to do here is we're going to look to grab Dudley Pound, get some naval experience on the go. We're going to need plenty of it early on. Reinforce the Empire done. We've gone down to service overseas. As soon as we're in a position to do general rearmament, we will want to get down here and start getting some of these bonuses. I have a feeling we won't be seeing a HMS Vanguard anytime soon. Right, so our first rule ship design is going to be tweaking the lender class here, adding in light batteries, catapult, and the radar. Thankfully, as playing in Great Britain, you already start off with Radar 1 research. By no means endgame, this might be ideal, but short term, at least it gives us something. Seeing as we've already got basic carriers researched, I am actually going to look to put one out. Ain't nothing special, just quite basic really. But yeah, we'll see how that treats us. I probably won't want more than 2 carriers. It's mainly just getting it for the sake of getting it really. I've never really been a carrier person. We've encouraged colonial research, now move to the Shadow scheme. Now that we've improved our torpedo launchers, what we're going to do is just improve them on here. I don't like fire control on my sub, so what we're going to do is we're going to just switch them around like that. Improve our torpedo launchers again, and better depth charges. The first set of destroyers that we're going to have coming out. Right, with Shadow Scheme done, we're going to move down to Industrial Effort next. Hopefully, by the time that's done, General Rearmament will be ready to go. That is Industrial Effort done, but still not enough world tension to be able to go to General Rearmament. So what we're going to do is we're going to get an extra research slot. Still not enough world tension, so let's get Royal Ordnance Factories. Royal Ordnance Factories are now complete. We do have enough world tension, so what we're going to do is we're going to head across here and pick up General Rearmament. And General Rearmament is now finished. We're going to get some naval dockyards and naval rearmament. Gives us 50 XP, which in all fairness we don't really need at this point. It will just come in handy for the doctrines, but we get free naval dockyards. Saying free is a bit of a tongue twister. Keep getting this pop-up come up. Portugal seeks to purchase British ships. I don't understand why. I literally have none. Naval rearmament now done. Let's get destroyer focus and work on getting about better destroyers. Attention! With destroyer focus done, we're going to get Britannia Rules Waves next, and then probably battleship focused. After that, we'll probably take a detour and head down steady as she goes. Tempted to go global defense and get into the war early, but we'll see how it goes. And our first carrier has been built at HMS Ark Royal. Not the fastest, but definitely do the job. As I say, I'm not really a carrier person, so it mainly done for the sake of doing it. And now to jump into battleship focus. Starting to research the 1939 destroyer. Still gonna need to get the 2 techs for it, but hopefully you should get that ahead of the war. With battleship focus done, we're now going to expand the repair yards just to get them extra 2 naval dockyards, and then we're going to look to get some more heavy ships out. Right, with that done, we're now going to go to steady as she goes. From there, we'll go to home defence, get some war support going, try to get to partial mobilisation before the war starts, And then this being the main one I'm going to want to get rid of that, remove the war to end all wars. Obviously that gives us a massive recruitable population factor here. And with the new destroyer research, this is going to be our new template design for it. It is slightly expensive, but 35 knots max speed will come in handy indeed. We're going to start getting them out. Let that one finish. It's nearly already built. We've almost got improved heavy ship finish, 1939. Once that's done, we'll look to try and get out, mostly shift our focus to them, and if some destroyers get screens. By the time the war starts, we'll have our second carrier, but we're going to need some more ships to obviously screen it in the meantime. Focus stage goes is now complete. Let's move down to home defense. Right, that's home defense done. I'm going to do issue gas masks, get some more war support on the go. We've got to the point of the Munich conference. Militarily, my army's not in a bad shape. It will be enough to protect France at this point. I'm not too sure we'll be able to do that anyway. But navy-wise, we've only got one carrier and still one heavy ship in terms of the Hood, whose design is not actually the best. I was debating refitting it, but the only thing I'm going to do to it is I'll give it the MIO Battle Line Ship Builders, but aside from that, I'm going to keep its original design the same. But for checks now, we're going to have to leave them on their own. With issue gas masks done, we can't move on to military train acts yet, just because there's not enough world tension. What I'm going to do is get Mediterranean Bastion, just to get some forts going on Malta and Gibraltar. It's going to be key when fighting the Italians, really. Right, in terms of our improved heavy ship, I think this is what I'm going to go for. We've still got the little cap there. If I was to add another heavy battery on it, annoyingly, we go over it. If you move a secondary battery, we're still 35 over. But in terms of speed, the Hood's going to keep us slowest because your fleet will only go as fast as your slowest ship. So the Hood's always going to slow us down, so I'm not too concerned by that speed. But our heavy attack and heavy piercing will be enough to shred through enemy ships. That is the Mediterranean Bastion done. We're now going to fortify Malta. With fortify Malta complete, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare for the inevitable, just to increase that factory output. Right, so as World War II kicks off, let's have a quick look at where we're at. In terms of our army, I've got troops either side of Italy and East Africa. Hopefully get a nice early encirclement once we secure the ports there. In terms of North Africa, at Tobruk, just going to hold here in the first instance and then start getting small encirclements, go backwards and forwards here, just chip away at the Italians. And the whole point of the video, obviously Navy-wise, we've got 2 aircraft carriers, still only 1 heavy ship in the form of HMS Hood. I have got 2 other heavy ships on the go, which I'll show in a second. Plenty of destroyers and a couple of light cruisers. Light cruisers should be able to shred through most of the AI's screens in the meantime. But I'm going to need to get some more heavy ships out to be able to screen my aircraft carriers better. That's going to be in the form of these 2 heavy ships here that are due out next year. As you see, I've got plenty of dockyards available to build at the moment, but I'm trying to hoard my XP to be able to build some heavy cruisers and some better light cruisers. In terms of comparison, I don't have the intel on the Germans yet to be able to see what they have. No, I've absolutely lied. I have got some. They've not got much. They're obviously going to end up pumping out subs later on, which we're going to have to look to send to the ocean. In terms of the Italians, they've always got a sizable fleet, but I'm quite confident that in the not too distant future we'll be able to get into the Mediterranean and absolutely destroy them. And obviously we will join the war. Right, so prepare for inevitable is done. We're now going to get military train act done, get rid of that native recruit population here. And the Polish have capitulated. They've inflicted 64,000 casualties on the Germans, but themselves took a massive hit. Now a brief period of it, the phony war gives us time to get them heavy ships out, and then we'll look to start getting some naval battles going on. Right, in terms of my light cruisers, this is going to be the improved light cruiser we have. Again, 34 speed. It's going to be slowed down by HMS Hood, but in general, this will absolutely obliterate any enemy screens that come against us. Right, with military train act done, I'm going to jump back across here. Not really best for focuses, but it will lower our infantry equipment production cost by 10%, so it's always worth grabbing that. And with that complete, we're now going to go fortify the rock. And we can invite the Norwegians to our faction. On this one, I always tend to pick the middle option. You might notice as well, I split up one of my carriers. Essentially, I'm going to decide to split up slightly and send one fleet out to fight the Japanese and have one fleet in the European battle. And I've set the middle one. I tend to pick good we can trade these terms. Gives us the option we really wanted from the start, really. With that done, we're going to get the Special Air Service. I'm going to start researching Marines and see if we can create some sort of SAS sort of theme, do a bit of raiding in the meantime. I'm going to let France fall effectively just so I can fight the Navy for a bit longer, really. Right, so the Italians now joined the war. We'll do a little bit of fighting down here in Africa. Navy is getting there. I still want a couple more heavy ships before I start going out on some raiding. It's nothing crazy, but we've already got one encirclement going. It's only one division, so I say nothing special. But we just captured a port down here, hoping to be able to get to this port here quite quickly. Pinning troops here, going to get them not to beeline down to that port, and then we'll just leave them with one port here to try and escape from. And that's the French capitulated. In terms of the units, exile divisions that come from the Allies, I don't tend to use them. I just tend to kick them out. I'm making a few port guards here just to make sure I'm not naval invaded whilst my navy's not as strongest. I haven't quite managed to capture this port here yet, but we have managed to circle 3 more Italian divisions, which we'll just tidy that back up now. In terms of North Africa, we're holding quite comfortably here. They're just throwing themselves against our lines. We have lost 8,000, but we've inflicted 35,000 casualties to the Italians so far. And that port is now captured. That leaves the Italians with only this port here. They're going to end up feeling that on their supply, and we'll be able to just finish it off quite quickly now. Right, I'm going to get air defense next, and then look to get radar. We're already on radar 2, but that gives 100% bonus towards radar 3. There is currently a naval invasion of Malta by 5 German divisions. I have last standard it using one of the exiled leaders to kind of fill that gap. I'm not too sure we'll be able to hold it. Let's see how it goes. That is Malta fallen to Italians, annoyingly. It gives us something to get back, although they are going to have my quite strong defences that I was building there. In terms of our navy, we're pretty much ready to go out and have some fun now. We've got one of the heavy ships, HMS King George, with it. The other one, I'm going to send as this one, probably put these cruisers in and start heading some destroyers that way. Probably going to aim for 30 destroyers here, and the rest start heading into a bit of a second little task force. Right, so that's going to be our new design for our new heavy cruisers. It's probably quite expensive, but I'm hoping they can do some damage. We'll start getting some of them out now. Right, air defense now done. We're going to get improved radar. We are at manpower, so we're going to hop up to limited conscription. With that, we actually have a naval invasion taking place of the UK. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to send this fleet out and convoy raiding and see how it does. I am going to put my air force up just to help deal with this, and the troops that I had sat around doing nothing will send that to help with the defence. But that convoy raiding certainly helped make that defence a lot easier. I'm going to return them to port quickly. Randomly, Turkey has joined the war quite early. I invited them to faction after the Italians declared war on Greece, because the Italians instantly declared war on Turkey too, which normally they're a bit of a late game player. I still expect Greece to fall, but that would cause a bit of distraction here, and maybe the Turks can take these 2 islands of Italians down here. Annoyingly, we have lost Gibraltar. That's going to be really annoying to get back. I'm going to have to look to see what islands I've got out here that I can use as staging ground. Potentially considering getting the Portuguese into war and sending my troops there. But we have had a naval battle up here. We've sunk 6 German submarines. They had nothing in the Channel and nothing in the North Sea, so I've sent my first fleet out here doing a bit of patrolling on the western approaches. Portugal accepted my request to join the Allies. I'm now sending some troops across there with plans to retake Gibraltar as quickly as I can. And we just found 14 German destroyers, which are now sunk. Hopefully we can catch up the rest of their fleet. Which we're able to do. We sunk one of the pre-dreadnoughts, and there's still a bit of battle going on now as the rest are trying to get away. 2 battlecruisers and a battleship are trying to get away here. We've already caught one of the heavy cruisers. Admiral Hitler is at the bottom of the sea, and we're pretty much wiping out the German fleet here. Hopefully we're still able to chase it. It's going to move into channel, so what I'm going to do is... we don't want them repairing, we're going to keep them out. We're going to send them straight out to the channel, see if they can catch that fleet. I was able to catch on light cruisers. That was it from them. We'll send them in and let them repair in Portsmouth. It looks like we're going to head to war with the Iraqis. I need to get some more troops out really for that, so let's start training some divisions. I've had my ships out in the Bay of Biscay. We've picked a couple of subs, and now we've picked up 3 more light German cruisers. Germans still got 2 battle cruisers and a battleship. In terms of screens, they've got nothing really left, so we'll be subs from them from now on. And we've got a nice encirclement down here in Ethiopia. Get this cleared up relatively quickly. It looks as though the Italians got distracted here in Northern Africa. We're going to move off here, look to try and get an encirclement on the go and take Tobruk. One of German tanks and Italian division encircled there. Should be nice and easy to tidy that pocket up. While we're here, we'll see if we can get Tobruk encircled as well. Just pin them 2 there so we'll be able to get out, and Tobruk encircled as well. Air rearmament done. I'm going to secure the Imperial ship and routes just to get that cruiser bonus. The Italians have not had a good time in Africa. That's Tobruk captured. 3 Germans encircled here. We've got another Italian division encircled here. About to encircle Benghazi, and then about to encircle this division here. Whilst down here, they're clinging on last stand on this last port here. Germans have now invaded Portugal. With our divisions already there, it should be quite easy to target this up, to be honest. And even more German destroyers have been sunk. Looking at them now, they got nothing left really. We won't probably see much of Germany for the rest of the game. It'll be about trying to fight our way into the Mediterranean and get into Italians, so we end up having fun with Japanese. This pocket here is held up quite a while. Let's just make sure. There we go. It was a valiant fight, but another encirclement here, I think. Right, and that's the Germans going in on the Soviet Union. To be fair, I think Germany's in for a bit of a poor war here. They've got so many fronts. They're going to be struggling down here. The Soviets will just piling up through here. We're going to take Iraq. We're actually in need of some oil. And then I'm going to declare on Vichy and probably Spain as well. Got a decent size encirclement down here, which will clear up. And then it'll just be driving them out this last hold out here. Which, from a forced attack, just going to get fed up of seeing it. We'll just try and get them out quite quickly. I've got another encirclement down here in East Africa with 12 Italian divisions encircled here, and hopefully get this port and get them out there. Got a couple of heavy cruisers built now, so we'll link them back up with our fleet. We'll send this fleet back to Portsmouth, let it link up with a heavy cruiser, and then this fleet's not too far off now to start getting involved in the fun as well. The Portuguese have declared a nationalist Spain, which in a way isn't too bad. However, it was not something I have my troops in position for expecting to do that. Should allow us to get Gibraltar back as long as we're quick and able to react to it. And with East Africa secure, what I'm actually going to do is send these lot across to Portugal to help beat this line out, because the Portuguese are not doing too well there. We've taken Tripoli, just look to tidy up the rest of these Italian divisions down here. And there's another encirclement. The Italians have not had a good time in Africa at all. So, Unfortunately, naval invaded. However, because the colours down here and then both being green, I cannot really see where. But we're quickly just encircling what appears to be the invasion. Right, with our troops in position, we are going to declare on Iraq. We're going to need that oil. Given the current day situation, that's a bit ironic. Oh, and we've been absolutely annihilating Kuwait and lost 12 divisions. We kind of stabilised this Portuguese front for now. The Japanese have now entered the war. We'll do a bit of a casualty check. I mean, I got absolutely humiliated here in Kuwait, losing 12 divisions straight away. So, no doubt mine's going to be quite high now. Yeah, nearly 500,000. The Iraqis have inflicted as much to me as the Italians and the Germans. Meanwhile, the Germans have had 1.65 million, 125,000 of which to us. The Italians we've absolutely annihilated, 737,000 in comparison to their 138,000 against us. And we're now fighting the Spanish. We've inflicted 68,000 casualties to them so far, whilst only losing 22,000 to them. With my troops right in position and this naval invasion about to be squashed, we'll try and push out, get Gibraltar, and my navy can come in and start playing the Mediterranean. We have done a bit of a battle plan, as allows us to take a bit of northern Spain here. I am going to stop the advance shortly as I'm out of manpower. I'm probably going to have to go up to extensive conscription at this rate. And that is now the Japanese also declaring war on us. But it brings the US into war. In terms of fighting the Japanese, I will send my navy there, but I'll allow the Americans to do the heavy lifting in terms of invading Japan. Makes it a bit longer, but allows me to have some fun with the navy. With this now arriving theatre, let's just send them out into the central Mediterranean on a bit of a patrol. See how much carnage they can get up to. Spanish attempts naval invasion of our fleet on my islands here. I'm not really in position to actually defend it, so I'm going to send this fleet out now to a convoy raid. It's not at its full capacity yet, but let's see if it can do a job at slowing down this invasion. And with that, that's naval invasion successfully defended. That fleet done a whole bunch of work there, absolutely obliterating Spanish convoys. In terms of Mediterranean, there's been a few battles. We have lost a destroyer, but we took out 19 Italian destroyers and 1 Italian cruiser. And a further 5 Italian destroyers there. Oh, and the Italians now attempting a naval invasion of this bit of territory. So we'll switch them back to convoy raiding and let them get to work. And yes, it's done exactly as we wanted. Strength has been completely obliterated. We should be able to hold this naval invasion quite easy now. Also found a few escorts while we're at it. The Iraqis offered peace. Given how bad it's gone, I'm actually going to give it to them. They'll become a puppet. I'd rather they don't get involved in the war. The Spanish have launched a naval invasion. Rather annoying, but what I'll do is again, just convoy raid the English Channel this time. This is not going to get them very far at all. So far in this Eastern Mediterranean sea battle, all we've been doing is only really finding Italian submarines. If we look at the Italian Navy now, from what we can see, I mean, they've lost a fair few ships, but they've still got plenty of battleships, plenty of screens, heavy cruisers. Their sub-fleet is slowly getting diminished away. Main thing for me is trying to get Gibraltar back, just so I can have my navy move around a bit easier. This fleet's pretty much done. The other heavy cruisers are out. I'll get them to link back up. I'm just going to get them to train quickly, and I'll be sending them across to the Pacific. Right, and with that, Gibraltar is back. Let's just see if we can quickly push out from there a tiny bit. With this fleet somewhat reinforced, what we'll do is we'll send them out into the central Mediterranean this time and see if we can create enough supremacy to be able to launch our naval invasion. In terms of Spain, I'm pretty sure we can just battle plan our way through at this point. I don't want to do it too much, just because I don't want to lose too much manpower, but we'll get it started so that the other allies here can follow suit. Straight away in Central Mediterranean, we found 5 Italian destroyers, they're gone, and another 5 and 1 cruiser. 10 more Italian destroyers gone, and we got another 5 and 2 more light cruisers there. the Navy, they're less than 100 ships now, so it's proving a great success. In terms of our casualties, we're up to 850,000 casualties, whilst the Germans we've inflicted 750,000, and to the Italians we've inflicted near enough 1 million at 950,000. And that is Malta recaptured. We'll go straight on now and let's launch an invasion of Sicily. In terms of our territories, I'm just going to annex the Raj, just why not. I noticed that we had some enemy superiority in the channel, so I decided to send the fleet that wasn't going to Japan out there, and we found the Vichy French Navy, 2 heavy cruisers and 9 destroyers there, another heavy cruiser and 2 destroyers there, and 2 more heavy cruisers and 12 destroyers there. So the Vichy French decided to get involved, and they're all getting sunk. And that is nationalist Spain capitulated. What we'll do here is just tidy up these small pockets. The Italians were actually able to repel that naval invasion, so we're going to look to probably go for Palermo this time. At the moment it's only a matter of time now until the Italians fall, really. This little pocket our allies decided to completely abandon, so I'm actually going to take my arm away from here just because all the puppets just, and America's stealing all the supply. And we'll decide at this pocket here. We're making a good advance into southern France at the moment anyway. We've pretty much battle planned our way through France. This pocket here, it's not going to grow, but annoyingly can't tidy it up just yet. I'm waiting for the Americans to continue to take Spanish Africa here, so that way we can get our navy through or reattempt another invasion of Sicily. The Soviets started pushing. It's only a matter of time now until the Axis crumbles, really. As the Vichy French Navy tried to escape to Corsica, we've managed to catch up a bit, losing their pride of the fleet in the process. If we do a quick naval check now, the Italians got a couple of subs, but again, they're pretty much done. Germans got a few ships, but again, it's all subs, and the Vichy French have only subs. In terms of surfer combatants, that's pretty much it. Alright, let's see if we can get Sicily this time. Looks like they've got some troops guarding Palermo, but hopefully we can find a way through. They're so scattered around, surely it shouldn't be a spare and sort of defence. I see 1 division. Worst case scenario with 4 stack away through it. It doesn't look as though we'll need the 4 stack. Should be able to get through there quite nicely. And with Sicily captured, we are making some nice gains into northern front, into northern Italy now. Probably their civil war is not a million miles off. See if we can get across here. Oh, quite easily got across. But the last Italian navy's come out to play, being forced out of the ports here. They have no screens on there at all. So hopefully it should be like shooting fish in a barrel. Only the 3 heavy cruisers, which is a bit disappointing. We'll have to try and work out where they're running off to. I suspect Taranto. So as soon as we can drive them out there, we will. As we look to catch Taranto, I'm hoping we can find whatever remnants of the Italian fleet are hiding as they try and fight their way out. Oh, we found them. There you go, no screens, that's all their heavy ships gone. We land uncontested in Sardinia. We'll look to advance straight up and take Corsica as well. Randomly, the Argentinians have launched a naval invasion of Spain. This pocket didn't really concern me too much. We're never really going to do anything with it, and it's proved a welcome distraction to allow us to storm our way through here. Whilst the battle Central Europe grinds on, there's nothing down here in Greece. I've decided to launch a naval invasion of Greece and look to clear up Athens and continue my liberation of the world.
And then we see another Italian battleship going to the bottom of the ocean, along with some screens and 2 Spanish ships as well. Here we can see the last of the Italian fleet hiding the Dodecanese. That's all the ships they've got left. Well, I'm going to try and do a quick naval invasion, get down to these ports, and see if we can drive them out. whilst the entire Syrian navy has just been sunk in one battle. And with that, Germany capitulates. I'll try and probably avoid as much border gore as I can, but we'll see how we go. In terms of avoiding border gore, it didn't go too well in Italy. These are a lot of Soviet puppet states, and somehow the Soviets got a bit of Belgium and Netherlands as well. Not sure what's going on there. Poland still exists within the Soviet Union here. I've taken Albania, Bulgaria, just for the sake of taking it, really. But yeah, it's a bit of a mess. In terms of Navy now, all I'm going to do is just head over to the Pacific and fight the Japanese. I've got this little task force, which now that we've driven out of the South China Sea, I'm going to have to build some naval ranges here. I'll send the fleets out to here for now, just to dock, and then we'll go from there. And then we have our first real engagement with the Japanese fleet, sinking 16 destroyers. I'm still having issues getting access to be able to fight over here, so we're going to slowly try and grind our way through. Another skirmish of the Japanese fleet as we get another 8 destroyers. Looking at their navy now, they've not got a huge amount left. Still got a fair few screens, a couple carriers, well, plenty of carriers, and some heavy ships, but it looks as though we're going to be taken up by most Americans around here. Hopefully we can get in time to get in that action. First engagement with some heavy ships in the Japanese Navy. Both their heavy crews have been sunk along with 8 destroyers. I think there was a carrier in the original fight, but the carriers managed to get away. And we have a successful land on the Japanese mainland. There's no one here so far. Just trying to ship the main army across to get this finished with. In terms of the Japanese Navy, they've still got quite a lot of carriers. I just can't find them. Their screens have been decimated. They've got no screens to protect their heavy ships, and all their subfleet's gone. But at the moment they're hiding in port. I'm going to guess somewhere up in northern Japan. The Japanese continue to offer nothing in terms of defence, to the point where my 6 Marines have just walked through the island. And that's in the Japanese. They put up no real defence towards the end. I'm not really bothered by this peace deal. What I'll do is, once it's done, I'll do a quick review to see where our Navy's at compared to where it was at the start. Right, quick review of our Navy then. These 2 fleets done by far all the work. I did end up with this fleet here, which I didn't really use, only towards the end just to get naval support, naval invasion support. These were from my puppets I was just annexing because I got bored, so I pretty much annexed all my dominions. This fleet didn't really end up seeing action. I did not get a few advanced heavy ships out, but after deleting the Navy and only having HMS Hoods, our Navy stands at 323 ships. Only 2 aircraft carriers, as I said at the start. I'm not really an aircraft carrier person. It's the first time I've done a video like this, so please feel free to give me any feedback. Let me know what I could do better in the future, and I'll probably do another Navy video at some point soon. Thanks for watching.